Peace guys, B-Boy Beast here, Breaking Traditions crew. Today we're going to do a lesson on the 7 different types of freezes. Let's go! Okay guys, before we get started with the video, make sure if you like these videos, you subscribe, drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that bell so you see every new video as soon as it comes out. Okay, now the first thing we gotta do guys is think about what a freeze actually is. Now a freeze is a pause. We have musical pauses, and in dance we have pauses we call freeze. Now the first freeze we're gonna do is called the B-Boy, the B-Girl stance, and it goes like this. Freeze. It's a folded arm position, but it has a lot more attitude. Okay, difference between this and this. Freeze. Okay, now the one rule for freezes, you can't do them slow, you gotta snap into it. So let's freeze. Ready? 1, 2, 3, freeze. Good job guys. So we've already done the first freeze. The first freeze is the B-Boy, B-Girl stance, and we freeze. And we always remember, we do a quick freeze. 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 So there's 7 layers that we have to go through, 7 different layers. So the first one is standing up. The next one is what we do when we squat down. When we get down, but we don't go onto our knees and we get low. Okay? Now we can use our hands and we can use stretches. And already we've got our first freezes. No superstitions, you know you're on the right track, breaking tradition. Number 3 is down on your knees. So what can you do on your knees? Now your knees are very fragile parts of your body, so we don't want to put too much pressure on them. We're always going to use our other leg. I don't want to see you bouncing on one knee. Okay? Now, let's think about it. Down on one knee, freezes, poses, stretches, turns. What else? Anything you can think of on your knee. Bam. Okay, so number 4 guys is anything we can do sitting down. So sitting down all the way now. We're on our side. Sitting on the side of our body. You can freeze, we can stretch, we can cross. What else can you think of? You know you're on the right track, breaking traditions. Okay guys, so the next layer we're going to do is number 5, and that's lying flat on the ground. Now that might sound like a really easy thing to do, but there really is so many ways you can put style into this, okay? So let's do the obvious, quick, easy one. The one you guys should all be knowing is dead freeze. Okay guys, good work. We've done the first 5 layers. Okay, now the next 2 layers are real tricky, okay? The first one is we're going to do the stab freeze, the floating freeze, also known as the turtle or the baby. And after that, we're going to work on some aerial freezes, okay? Now to do this one here, guys, it takes a lot of practice. So you're not going to get it the first time. It takes practice, practice, practice to keep going, to make sure you get the move perfectly, okay? Now the most important thing is we don't want any injuries whatsoever. So any pain, any strain on the body, and we stop, rest, stretch, and we try it again later, okay? So let's try it guys, okay? So the first freeze we're gonna do guys is called the stab freeze. And the way we do that is we sit up nice and proud like this. Not down, up tall. Now, doesn't matter where your body is guys. If you go down the center of your body, you'll find your belly button. And to the side of your belly button, you'll find your hip flexors. And what we're going to do is we're going to place our elbows into those hip flexors. You can actually feel there's almost a little bit of a cupping going into the center. So sitting up nice and proud, find your belly button to your side, hip flexors. Good job. From here guys, all we're going to do is we're going to place these hands on the ground. To do that, I have to bend forward. Now you notice I'm not stretching out with my hands. I'm keeping my elbows tucked in tight. So bend and hands. Keeping those elbows tucked in tight. Okay, let's try it again, guys. Similar part. Elbows in. We're going to push it in. We call it the stab because we're pushing in. Then bend and touch the ground. Keep those elbows tight. From here, we're going to put our head on the ground. Good job, guys. Rest some of the weight on your elbows and some on your head and some on your knees. And from here, all we're going to do is walk our knees further back. Keep going until you can feel the weight on your elbows. Hold it. Good job, guys. Let's try it again. In, down, head, knees. Spread those knees. From here, guys, we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And we're almost there. The next thing we're going to do is bring our head out. Very good. Now we're doing a stab freeze, guys. Elbows in, down, head, tiptoes, and lift. Good job, guys. Very good. Yes. So the last step to make it into a floating freeze is a little bit of trick. Okay. So when we go like this, when we place our hands in the middle, we're kind of in the middle of our body right now. But if I stand up, I'm not in the middle. I'm on the top half of my body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring more of my body over the top half and place my elbows more in the center. And I do that by leaning, keeping my elbows where they are and leaning my body. I'm going to show you now. Here we go. So, starting position, elbows in, hands down, head down, knees, tiptoes, head up, and lean. Hold it, and rest. Lean. Let's try one more time. Knees, elbows, hands, head, tiptoes, and lean. Okay, guys. So the last kind of freeze we're going to do, again, you have to take your time. It's a building process. You don't get it the first time you do it. You have to learn slowly and slowly and slowly. So what we're going to do is called an aerial freeze. Now, aerial freeze is anything we can do in the air. Now, of course, we can't float in the air, so we have to have one hand or one foot on the ground. So we're going to start off by doing the handstand freezes, okay? And the first one we're going to learn is called the pike. Now, the pike's a good freeze because it teaches you to go up and not to fall over. Teach you to keep your balance in the center. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by placing our hands on the floor. Knees, hands on the floor, and what we're going to do is push ourselves right over the top of our hands and then up onto our tiptoes and tuck our head in as much as possible. So that's it, guys. We've done the 7 different freezes, starting from standing up all the way to the floor. We did the floating freeze with a stab, and we also did some handstand freezes. Now remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Check out the Facebook and Instagram page, and I'll see you guys real soon with a new video. Peace.